Hi guys, in this episode of Trail of Curiosity, a series which I haven't covered in a while, I will be checking out the new trailer to the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie, Mutant Mayhem. And I definitely have a lot of things to say about this before we even get into the trailer, so please hear me out before we get into that, Because at first, I actually thought that this was a video game. This was supposed to be like a video game or something, because the name reminded me of the Mutants in Manhattan TMNT game, which I played I think it was like last year. No, it was the year before that. And I had a lot of fun with it, but it just reminded me with the name of that. But no, it turns out that it's the animated movie that I've been reading was going to be happening. I actually thought that there was going to be also like a live action movie or something that was also being planned once more. I don't know, I don't remember, but I'm curious to check it out, mainly because of the visuals, if I gotta be honest, because I really like the little bit that I have seen from it. So I'm curious to see how many more cool shots are we gonna have in this. Because the art style is really, really cool and I really like it. But there is something very important that I want to kind of rant about for a second here before we get into it. So keep in mind, I think this is probably still going to be really good. Like, the movie is going to be really good. I'm still going to enjoy it visually. It's still going to have great action, great characters and everything. I think it's going to be good. All that said, I am so fucking sick of comedic interpretations of TMNT. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of every little new thing of TMNT media that is being released, be it a video game, movie, TV series. Every single one of them not only goes for the comedic bullshit, which I'm kind of sick of at this point. I'm kind of sick of it. But it also seems to particularly pander to the fans of the original 1987 series. Like the general population as well, or the general population's perception of the 1987 series, should I say. Because I personally reacted to the 2003 series, and I will be reacting to it again, so we can have actually high quality reactions, because the other ones that I did are garbage. I checked out the 2012 series, and I enjoyed it. 2003, by the way, is my favorite version of TMNT. I'm currently still reacting to Rise of the TMNT, and I'm reacting to the 1987 series. And I love all of them. I enjoy all of them. Don't get me wrong. But specifically, I guess, because I've seen so many incarnations of TMNT, even recently, I'm kind of sick of the comedic take on TMNT. Can we get some at least one more interpretation of TMNT that is as serious as the 2003 series? Is that too much of an ask? And again, I know this is not really on this movie in particular. It's not something that should be held against this movie. But at the same time, just continuing to see more and more new versions of TMNT, which are just the same comedic bullshit that just loves to pander to the annoying general population fans and 1987 fans. I'm sick of it, okay? I'm sick of it. Like, Batman vs. the TMNT, it was brutal, but it was still comedic, and I don't want that. I want another TMNT 2003. We've gotten 3 incarnations of TMNT in series form, which are comedic, and only one that is serious. And out of the movies, even the 2007 movie, which is the closest to the 2003 in terms of tone, is still very comedic. Can we get some serious TMNT? And I guess the reason why this pisses me off so much, like more and more comedic versions of TMNT coming out and not really any serious ones, is because those people who love the 1987 series and who love all these versions of comedic TMNT completely fucking ignore, or dare I say, even shit on the 2003 series. I don't feel it's gotten the appreciation it goddamn deserves. And again, I'm sorry for going on this rant, but I'm just sick of it, and I want serious TMNT. I'm still gonna watch this whenever it releases in a form in which I can watch it and do a reaction to it, but I just want serious TMNT, man, so much, more than ever, honestly. Especially after checking out those TMNT 2012 shorts. The one being called Turtles Save Space and Time or something, where you see a really cool version of the Turtles, which is very reminiscent of the 2003 ones. Like, I would love to see something like that. And by the way, talking about alternative versions of the TMNT, I've recently found out about the existence of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anime. And since I've recently decided that I'm going to be start doing anime reactions, you can expect that to be released, well, at least recorded, soon. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough sidetracking and complaining and ranting. Let's get into what you are here for, that being the trailer reaction. First, we're going to get through it normally, and then we're going to check out different shots. But I'm pretty excited because, like I said, visually, it's a great looking movie. And I guess another reason why I thought it was like a video game is because the art style reminds me so much of a Telltale game. So I think because of that, visually, I'm gonna love it. But yeah, I also don't like that the turtles seemingly are very young in this one, so there's that. That is an issue for me, but still, let's just check out the trailer, and I'm gonna talk about it more afterwards. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. So we have Black April again, it seems like. From Seth Green, Permanent Teenager. Yeah, this looks so much like a Telltale game. It makes me want to get a Telltale game with TMNT.
Stay still. Stay still. Now. Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Visually, this is so refreshing, dude.
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, not that we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
What the heck are those things? These look like little Shreks to me.
Yeah, they do, honestly.
Oh, we prepared our whole lives for this.
Which is why I don't understand why people complained about the live-action turtles in the 2014 movie looking like frogs.
So you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like, it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze. It's nice, right? It's
It's weird. I feel like I actually saw the mannerisms of Seth Green in that one shot of Leonardo talking about this. It was kind of wild. But yeah, I think for me, for sure, the most interesting aspect of this is definitely the visual one. It's just a really cool looking movie. And I know that it's very much inspired by recent animated masterpieces like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie and Arcane. The latter of which I wouldn't mind checking out at some point, although I'm definitely more a channel who's focused on checking out more like nostalgic properties rather than newer ones, but we'll see. Eventually might get into some more newer stuff. So it's definitely inspired by those, and I do like the style. I like how it looks. It looks like a goddamn video game, but not like a generic like Unreal Engine 4 or 5 kind of thing, but more of like a stylized video game. Like I said, it looks like a Telltale game, and it just, like I said, makes me want to play a Telltale game based on the Turtles. Or potentially to sit down and draw some of these shots, because there are some cool looking shots in this, but honestly there's not really much in the trailer that I am interested in checking out again. The one thing that I guess I could say about it is that I do not like how April looks. I think her design just doesn't work for me. I assume that the turtles are very young, so that would mean that maybe she's young, but I just don't like how short and fat she looks. I don't necessarily mean it like in a bad way, but it's just not a good looking design. I like she feels like it's very much like the version of April that we have in Rise of the TMNT, seeing that she is also black, just like her. Even has the similar hair. But I like how slick and tall that version of April is in Rise compared to this one. This one just feels like she's tiny and like round, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm sorry, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm obviously gonna be checking it out eventually once it releases, because TMNT has just been a very successful thing to cover on my channel in general. It's basically built my channel to where it is right now for all intents and purposes. So I'm gonna be checking it out, but yeah, outside of visually enjoying it, I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna like it much after other than that. Because like I don't like hate Seth Green or anything. I think he makes some really funny stuff, but at the same time, I don't know if it just works for me, because not only I feel like at this point I'm kind of burnt out on TMNT content. I've checked out so much, I'm kind of sick of it to death. Like once I'm done covering all TMNT content out there, I'm never gonna touch TMNT ever in my life probably, because Jesus Christ. And it's like, yeah, I feel like I might be just a little bit burned out and not really give a shit enough to like truly enjoy this, especially because it feels like the thing that I enjoy about TMNT and the thing that the general population enjoys about TMNT are two wildly different perspectives, you know? Because, and go and check out my reactions if you want to, I guess, learn more about my perspectives on the different TMNT incarnations. But to put it short, 2003 is my favorite. 2012, I like quite a lot as well. It's my second favorite, most likely. But I feel like the general population doesn't really give a shit about 2003 and considers 2012 to be the best. And at the same time, if you go into movie stuff, I personally love the 2014 live-action movie the most in terms of live-action movies, whereas people like the 1990 movie, the first one, which I kind of hate. Not as much as the second one from the 90s trilogy, but the first one is still not that great. Whereas the third one, which is apparently hated by everybody, I personally enjoy the most. It's like, I genuinely feel like I have the complete opposite opinion about what's good about TMNT than everybody else. And it's not like I'm trying to be contrarian intentionally, you know? I do have that streak on me whether I like it or not, whether I intentionally mean it or not, I just always happen to be contrarian. But in this case, I genuinely am not trying to. It just seems like we fundamentally disagree on what makes TMNT good. I like the more serious and dark and mature approach of the 2003 series, whereas the general population, and apparently most fans, seem to think the opposite. I don't know. So yeah. It's a cool project. I'm open-minded. I'm gonna check it out, obviously, but I'm not gonna be necessarily as satisfied as maybe most of you guys are hoping that I will be, or that would like me to be. You would like me to be, you know? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this trailer, or about my thoughts on this trailer and in general for the TMNT stuff that I ranted about? I'm curious about that, so comment those down below, let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 5 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corvidet, Drew, and Rin. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!